Alright everyone, we're going to take this 1989 Rolls-Royce out for a spin. I'm driving to my photo set location from the owner's house. And yeah, we're going to drive it around. Oops. I have some Grey Poupon knocking around in the front center console. If you hear a clunk, that's what that is. So, I'm going to give you my impressions on the car. I've actually interacted with quite a few of these cars. I've sold some in a previous professional life. So I'm quite familiar with them and the different stages of disrepair that they can get into, from nice ones to mediocre ones. And so far, this feels like one of the nicer ones, if not the nicest one I've interacted with. Seems track very straight. I know it's got the, I think it's got recent tires on it. I actually don't really know where I'm going. The cabin's very solid. There's a little vibration over harsh bumps on the rear driver door panel. I'm gonna inspect, see if anything's like actually loose or in the cigarette tray or whatever, but it kind of sounds like trim. But it's only over bad pavement, which this is an old Atlanta neighborhood, and there's a lot of bad pavement here. Very torquey engine, 6 3/4 liter V8 with a CIS Bosch fuel injection. It feels like a tank, and it's black. It's kind of like the most menacing bad guy spec there is. The owners are super sweet. They're an older couple, both retired from the medical field. I actually helped them sell their hardtop Corniche a few years ago. So they're Rolls-Royce enthusiasts, and they live right down the street from Merlin Auto Group here in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's who services the car. And they have several Rolls-Royce technicians in-house. I'm gonna check the AC, make sure that that works. I had it on economy, which is just fresh air. I feel it cooling off. AC works, ladies and gents. And again, the rattling is Grey Poupon, because you have to have a jar of Grey Poupon in one of these. So transmission feels really good. Suspension feels extremely tight. These are Barrow's Citroën hydropneumatic spheres for each corner, and I mean, it feels more like a Mercedes 6.9 than anything else. We're driving past my shoot location. I'm gonna get a couple more miles on this thing. Engine feels very healthy. You know, these have sufficient power, so they're quick. I think these were probably around 300 horsepower when they were new. Go down this little side street. Here's a bump. Oh, wow! Oh, it takes the bumps really well. The last one I've been in, the suspension in the rear wasn't quite right, so it was a little harsh over bumps. That was magnificent. The leather wrapped steering wheel is beautiful. I think these were these leather wrapped from the factory? This is leather wrapped. It seems almost aftermarket. I feel like these were just like a Bakelite. Leather dash is in very nice shape. The car has been garage kept its entire life. Interior presents as such. The AC is nice and cool. I'm gonna mess around with some more interior stuff in a minute. I'm a little unfamiliar, and this is not my car. I have 0 warning lights on the dash. All my gauges appear to be working. I'm getting a little bit of engine temperature. That is, we got oil pressure, we have amperage, just put a brand new battery in it. Blinkers work. Let's try the cruise control. Let's set it. If this works, I would be surprised. Cruise control does not appear to operate. I think it's just an amplifier. I think it's just like all the Mercedes of the era, where it's an amplifier and there's capacitors in there that go bad. Let's make sure that definitely doesn't work. Nope, doesn't work. It's no biggie. Goes down into low gear, or intermediate gear, I guess. That's what we call. Turn around this church. Oh, it's so freaking buttery. Wow. Okay, this is the nicest one I've been in, and I'm very happy because when these are not nice, they're extremely unpleasant vehicles to interact with. Complaints, the mirror is a little loose. That might be able to be adjusted. It just kind of falls down. I feel like it can be tightened up. And I'll go over the more interior stuff when I'm doing the interior walk around. This is just driving impressions. Mechanically, it feels very good. Let's try out wipers. The windshield just got cleaned. I'm gonna try wiper. Screw. All right, wipers work. Yep, checking the oil gauge. The oil capacity gauge works. I see the needle move a little bit, and it's at the upper end. Merlin just had their hands all over this car, so it's pretty dialed in at this point. My seat goes forward, my seat goes backwards, it tilts. Driver seat functions are 100%. Passenger, yep. Yep, passenger seat functions work. The bottom doesn't seem to want to go up. I'm gonna sit in it and make sure I'm just not seeing it. And I'm gonna wipe the interior down right before I shoot it. Brakes feel very good. Very, very good. It's got that stepping on a water balloon feel that these Bentleys and Rolls Royces, these SC era cars have. So it feels very good. But I'm gonna wipe the interior down. We just put a bunch of leather conditioner into it, so hopefully it doesn't look a little streaky or shiny. I think we put some mink oil into it, and we're gonna let it soak in. The seats looked fine. They were a little dry. We wanted to recondition them for the new buyer. But all my digital instrument clusters work, or the clock, which is wrong because I just put a new battery in it, and the exterior temperature. So we're at our shoot location. This car drives very nicely. That's such good news. It's full opposite lock. I don't hear any power steering whine. We're gonna park it right in the middle of this parking lot. This is an electronic column shifter, so AC is working nicely. Let's try out the mirrors. Power driver mirror works on all axi. Same with the passenger. So we do have 4 memory seats, so let's save in memory number 1. Move my seat forward. Yep, that works. Functions, let's try the radio. There we go, powering on. It's an old Pioneer unit, actually looks really cool. Yep, I hear audio. Oh no. Sorry guys. I don't think it's a radio channel, so let's tune it. It's a radio channel, so NPR.
Position while that plays out, right? No ruling yet.
Actually sounds pretty decent. We're gonna lower that volume. So all the gauge is working. And here's the mirror, you can see it just kind of falls. I'm gonna Oh, there's this. Yep, there's a Phillips head on there. I'm gonna adjust that. That's not an issue. But cool. There's driving impressions, and let's go to the walk around. All right, let's walk around this absolute unit of a car. It's very long, but it's pretty thin compared to all the new stuff. I feel like it's smaller than I don't know, like a W221 S-Class. It just has presence though. I posted paint meter readings in the gallery, so you can see there's some original paint, there's some paint that's been redone in the past, but there we are. So we got these glass headlights. Of course they're glass. Why would I even ask that? They get the Spirit of Ecstasy up top, and you can see the paint quality is actually very nice. The repainted panels were very good. The trunk lid has a couple motes of dust in it. I'll show you guys here in a second. My door is cracked. I just gonna have a availability way to get back in the car because it doesn't get weird. But I know these like to get corrosion. You'll see bubbles through here. That doesn't feel like anything. Top actually looks good. It's enormous. Glass. Here's your VIN. You have triplex. You have your. Looks like it's all original. I'm gonna photograph all that in the gallery. Antenna obviously works with the radio turned on. So yeah, the plastics are really nice. We have huge tires on here. Let's see here. We've got date code somewhere. Yep, 2024. These are just put on. And I was talking to one of the guys at Merlin Auto Group, and he said that the owner put a lot of money into the car, getting it nice and safe and correct. And yeah, let's go to the inside. So the leather's in nice shape. You can see a couple little streaks. That's just where the conditioner is soaking in. We have floor mats. And I do want to say that the backs are disintegrating. There's an example of it right here. We put them in because it had some like weird Lloyds that didn't really fit, and I wanted the original mats. But you have both footrests. You do have your trays, so you can make your Grey Poupon sandwiches in the back. And look at the wood. Love the inlay on the bezel. It's beautiful. Yep, cigarette. So someone lit something at one point. Yep, the very slender little handles, and then you have 2 cracks in the veneer there. That's extremely common on these. Then you have your vanity mirrors, which you get your lights for it also. There we are. Headliner is in good shape. I think it's, yeah, it's a little saggy right there, but it doesn't, it's actually kind of, you can't really tell if you're looking at it. I'm not going to touch it anymore because I'm sure there's a very fragile backing in there. But just want to point it out. This is a very special old car. They're pretty complex, so I'm going to be as transparent as possible. I want people who are bidding on this thing to know exactly what they're getting. You have little cracks here. You can see the leather's soaking up all the MIG oil we put on it. I'm gonna wipe it down. That's gonna photograph kind of poorly, but it's, the leather needed it. And let's see here. There we are. The seats are in great shape. You've got your double armrest. There's your Grey Poupon. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow. Substantial. Do these split in half? I feel like they do, but I'm gonna worry about that later. You got your glove box with some stuff in it. And it is, yep, that is a leather lined glove box. Love it. And you can see the dashboard's in nice shape. Again, a little glossy with the oil, but very rejuvenating it. All right. I'm gonna go check my engine temperatures. So I'm letting this car idle for a second. We're good. I'm going to, I hear something a little loose in the engine bay. We're gonna figure it out here. It kind of sounds like the fan's catching on something, but all the pulleys look okay. Let's walk over to the side. Let's see if we can diagnose this real fast. There were 4 belts on that thing. Look at that. Amazing. Oh, that's the AC compressor. Let's see here. Let's turn it off and see if that... Oh, maybe not actually, because let's put it on Econ. There we are. Nope. Compressor is the clutch is disengaged. You can see the wetness over here. I think it's almost coming from the alternator, if I were to guess. I'm gonna tighten some of these bolts up and see. It sounds like just something's loose, but the engine's very quiet otherwise. And you do have the padding, the quilt padding there. Cool. Well, I'm gonna shut this thing off. I'm gonna tighten a couple bolts and see if I can fix that real fast. But there's the car. Shuts off very nicely. I'm gonna start shooting it before that mink oil gets soaked in and it just looks patchy. But I mean, oh my god, look at this engine bay. It's amazing. I see a new radiator. It's a Bear too. That's nice. So the car's been well maintained. Let's see, how do I lower this without getting my fingerprints? Love it. All right, well, there's a walk around on the Rolls Royce. I'm gonna start photographing this. This is a pretty cool spot, and thanks for watching. All right, I want to go over the engine just one more time. I'm pretty much finishing up the photo set right now. I had a little bit more time to kind of vibe with the car and mess with it, and just want to go over a couple of things. So I see a bunch of original Bosch relays here. There's like 0 corrosion anywhere. The wiring looks really nice. I'm just overall very impressed with the condition of this car. I did shoot the oil. I mean, this oil cap is beautifully made. Got brand new fresh oil in it. Love the valve covers. It's so old school. I adore it. There's your big CIS injection pump. And I noticed a lot of Bosch parts on here. It's not all Lucas. So I'm assuming that's going to be an ABS pump, which is Bosch. Obviously the relays, you have the CIS. There's a lot of German stuff in here. And oil cap is just beautiful. It's all aircraft grade, really. You got your compressor. I'm assuming that's 3.25 pounds of R134A. This has been an updated AC system. Vacuum hose. You get your little routing diagram there. I see these are brand new spark plug wires. NGK. They're nice and soft and flexible. I mean, down to the plastics. Everything's still, you can see kind of bending, it has elasticity. It's not fragile. You can see the wiring coming off of the coil there is also very nice. And like all this stuff usually rusts on like not nice cars. This is not. Down to the air intake boot, which these see a lot of heat cycles, they'll start cracking. Again, you see how nice it is. Nice clamps. Oh, it's a MAN air filter unit. That's kind of cool. Again, a lot of German influence here, which is good, because German stuff generally works pretty well and it's very serviceable. The cushions. I know I said I wanted to point out some paint on the trunk. I don't know if it's going to be picked up with the GoPro. I mean, you can see it's very nice, but I'm a paint nerd, and I know there's some people that might be paint nerds bidding on this car, but you can kind of see some motes of dust in the paint there, and yeah, you can kind of see it. Some here, I see like a little sanding mark right there. It's all very superficial stuff. The rest of the car is extremely clean, and I love the magnet. Like, they didn't have to do that, and that just holds it like that. And that is just a piece of billet steel. It's amazing. Oh, in the trunk, I don't think I went in the trunk. I got a lot of stuff in here, so pardon me. Carpets are all very nice. There's a battery under here. You have a kill switch right there, and yep, little diagram there, and your little courtesy light does work. I wanted to run the car. I needed to run the windows up and down, see if those work. So these cars, I mean, this will be live within about a week that I shoot this video, but these cars just have a tendency of every time you crank them, there just could be something else wrong. As it sits right now, this is how I'm recording it in this condition, and I'm hoping that nothing else weird happens to it. So there we are. Let's roll windows up. There we go, windows work. Passenger side. I'm assuming that's gonna be the, oh, no, it's behind me. Lovely. I know those gears tend to fail on in the window regulators, so it's nice to see that. Yep, they're all working. Yep, all work. That light's on. I gotta figure out how to turn that one off. We do have a check engine light that popped on. We're gonna have to probably get that looked at. Again, like I said, these cars will just throw something every time you start them on occasion. Oh, it went off. We're good. So you can see all the gauges are working. I actually need to get a picture of the gauges working. And I'm gonna turn, yep, feel the compressor kicking on. I'm gonna get a picture, and someone in the comments tell me if this is Rolls-Royce wrapping or if this is aftermarket. It's very well done. I really can't tell, but so more familiar with these cars, I'm curious. There we are.